What up, though? What it is, what it ain't? This Kid Illfields, aka Brazzy PCO, Good Society Group, man. We back with another one, Social Club. We keeping it moving, running through the interviews, you know what I mean, on the podcast, the media with a lot of different important people in the community. I was just telling the fellas, I was downtown doing an interview with 3 good people. So by the time this comes out, that probably will already have been on the scene. But today, we're here with some of the good guys, man, from OTH, Off-The-Heezy, you know what I mean?
Yes,
The
sir.
Hoop Collective, my man Larry, and my guy Joe Crispy, you know what I'm saying? We're going to give it up, play the background applause music.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Good to be here.
I appreciate y'all fellas stopping through and all that, you know what I'm saying? Go ahead and take a minute to introduce yourselves.
I'm Larry Skeezy on Instagram, everything. CEO OTH. This is my guy Joe.
Yes, in real life I go by Joe, but everybody know me as We Love Crispy. One of Larry partners, brothers, one of his supporters, man. I've been fucking with the brand since it started. So shout out to Larry, shout out to OTH.
All right, so we're going to kind of start it with the basketball, but then we're going to go into y'all personal kind of dig and kind of story real quick, and then we're going to double it back to the basketball and community vibe, you know what I'm saying? So for the people that don't know what OTH is, please take a moment, and then both of y'all eyes, you know what I'm saying? Larry, give us the explanation, and then I definitely want to hear from Joe from, you know what I mean, his kind of perspective. What is OTH, you know what I mean, represent, like what is it, what does it represent, stand for, etc.?
So OTH stands for Off-The-Heezy. It started off as a joke. If you watching this, shout out my boy Teron. You know him too. But he started off joking, calling me El Skeezy, Off-The-Heezy, and I don't know where it came from. And it just kind of like stuck. And then just basically off of just being me wanting to make a podcast and stuff like that, I was like, everything coming off the dome type of thing. So I was like, Off-The-Heezy actually sound good. So I just stuck with it. But now going from a joke, it's like a serious platform. I would describe it as a platform for the people. My goal is really to just give back to my community, put people on in my community that's hooping, that didn't get the same chances. I graduated in 2019, 2020, COVID hit, obviously messed up everything. I'm just trying to give people opportunities that didn't get the same opportunities as some other people, and show that basketball can do a lot more than just take you to college and take you overseas. And for people to also have something to come back home, because you don't really see a lot of people from Virginia like stay in Virginia. They leave Virginia to go hoop. They go play in TNC, all that. I want something for us to come home to. I want something here, right here. We can bring everybody here. It's right here in Virginia. We don't need to go nowhere else if we don't want to.
Joe, give us your explanation of what OTH is, you know what I mean, and you know what I mean, your viewpoint.
My point of view, what OTH is to me, um, it's the doghouse, You could get some of the jungle, my fault. Shout out to the animal. Shout out to Sean. But yeah, the jungle, man. We try to make sure we get some of the best people in the area. We're not just taking any casuals, and it's a gladiator event. It's a dog eat type of world, and it also means brotherhood a little bit because we do hold each other accountable. As we've been doing these events, getting closer and closer with each other. Well, the reason why I started even doing this, I just like to support Larry. Larry, my guy, he want to give back to everybody and be a provider. I'm with it, man. You know, he was doing it by himself for a little bit, and he came to us one day just on some chill shit. Everybody didn't take him serious, but I believed in dreams once he uttered the words out of his motherfucking mouth. I was like, fuck it, let's do it. I'm on board 100%. That's what it mean to me. Brotherhood.
All right, so Skeezy, take us through like the beginning at least of OTH, and when did this start? What years are you talking about? Is it fresh out of high school? Were you in high school, about to graduate?
So it wasn't called OTH, I think, until like 23, 24. Yeah, it's probably last year, honestly, because it started off as me just doing stuff outside. If you go back and look at the YouTube, all that stuff, we had tournaments, park takeovers. We would just go take over a random park, just bring our best hoopers and just go hoop. And then that Off-The-Heezy thing just came back. My Instagram was already El Skeezy, and I was like, you know what, I'm gonna just make it OTH. You know, they got OTD and all the other stuff, but I was like, you know, OTH I think is still authentic to me. And, you know, I was just like, forget it, we're gonna roll with it. And after I put OTH on it, it's just been a movie from there for
Okay. That's what it is. And so when you say like the impact of COVID and like kind of COVID ruined everything, especially in relation to athletics, high school graduates,
yeah.
etc. Like tell us how that impacted maybe you, the homies around you, people on the scene in VA. And kind of I guess you know how OTH kind of leads to be kind of an answer to
So
that.
me personally, COVID messed up literally my whole college, anything, like everything shut down because I graduated in 2019.
Damn.
And then I was out of school. I was hooping. I was supposed to go to Bryan and Stratton to run track and probably play basketball. Cause my first sport wasn't basketball. I ran track and played football. But then I kind of like locked in track and field for long jump, hurdles. I loved all that. I went to states. Got the chance to run with some fast people. You know, I wasn't the fastest, but I was also a late bloomer for basketball. I didn't start playing basketball organized till probably my junior year. And it was just because like I started out playing basketball outside. You know, that's why I'm trying to bring it back now, is that same energy from what we had when we was outside when we was kids. Just go outside and hoop. Cause I feel like it's not there anymore. But back to the COVID thing, like COVID literally, like I said, closed everything down. So after that, I kind of just got a job. And then once everything opened back up, it was really no point in me going back to hooping. So I just hooped casually, you know, different leagues. And I was like, you know, I still love basketball. I was like, I could still do something with basketball, even if I'm not physically hooping in college. And then I want to show people that if you don't go to college, it doesn't really matter. You can still find other ways to go overseas, pros. There's other routes. There's content, you know. Then the content started really blowing up. Like TNC came around, Friga started dropping videos, Baller's Life, like all them people started dropping stuff like that. So I was just like, you know what? I'm gonna just embark on this journey, and I was like, I'm gonna just trust the process. Um, and just keep my head down and do what I need to do.
That's definitely like an important anecdote in saying that for all the kids that's coming up and you know people in the game like the youth specifically, you don't necessarily have to be Jordan on the court. You know what I'm saying, or Durant. You could be the supporting role on the court. Even if you're not on the bench, you could be the manager. You know what I'm saying? You
Yeah,
could be the trainer. You could be, like you saying, the person in media, the person that's reporting, broadcast communication. There's a lot of roles around the sport itself that, you know what I'm saying, you could find a pathway and make a living doing. You know what I'm
and
saying?
still
So
be
that's a,
around the sport that you love.
yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
That's an important message that I definitely want to spread to all the youth and people that, you know what I mean, kind of are looking towards dreams in any different arena between athletics or creativity because they kind of are interchangeable.
yeah.
What about take us kind of like on your story and like where you from? Where you
I'm
from?
from Chesapeake.
You from the P? Okay, what high school you went to?
Yeah, I went to Great Bridge.
Okay,
Sadly,
no doubt, no doubt.
yeah, sadly.
And so what sports you say you played in high school?
I ran track and field for a couple years. Football was my first sport. We in the middle school together. That's how we know each other.
Okay, no doubt, no doubt, no
Played
doubt.
football at Crestwood for a little bit. Ran track there a little bit. I was a knucklehead, so I didn't have good grades and stuff through middle school. And then high school, I started getting it together. So
No
middle
doubt.
school, I missed a couple years because of grades. High school, my freshman year, I was still kind of a knucklehead, but then like I was like, you know, I gotta lock in if I want to get out of here. And then I found, well, I didn't find sports. I already had sports. I was like, you know, I can't play the game that I love or anything if I don't got my grades. So like it just got pounded into my head that like I gotta lock in the classroom.
Damn right.
So I mean, yeah.
Crispy, give it to us. Let's go to your story. You from the P side, right?
Where I'm from? I'm from. It's complicated. I was born in Portsmouth, but I'm from Florida.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. What part of Florida though?
I didn't even say where I was born.
Daytona and Jacksonville and
Okay.
Lakeland.
Daytona. That's what's up. That's what's
Yeah.
up. When did you stay down there? Like what age?
From like most of my childhood up until I became 15 or 16.
Northern Florida, that's a whole different world, yo. Once you pass like Orlando and shit, that shit get
I'm
different.
from Daytona, Jacksonville, and
Any
LaGrange.
country got
From all
that
three
job.
places at one time.
I had my grandmother's brother lived in Panama City, so I used to be out there.
Yes.
Got people in like Dade, Broward County. My grandparents stayed out Orlando. My man in Tampa, so I know all about Florida. I be running around Florida.
You
All
be
right.
everywhere,
So,
bro.
what school you went to in the P?
Chesapeake. I went to Crestwood, Austin Smith. Shout out to the Tigers.
Okay, shouts to the
Yeah,
Smith.
yeah.
That's what's up. That's what's up.
Yeah.
Was you playing sports?
Yeah, I played basketball my whole life.
Okay,
All the
no
way up
doubt.
until I quit my senior year, then I ended up playing again. After high school and shit in a different leagues, a little bit semi-pro. I got opportunity to play in one semi-pro league. That's pretty tough.
So my next question, I guess, is for both of y'all, kind of collectively, especially when Larry came in with it and talking about like Virginia athletes and the scene in Virginia athletics. Maybe it could be anything from high school to professional athletes that have come from the area. Kind of, what do you think is like our niche or kind of maybe our spill? You know what I'm saying? What is it about us?
What is it about Virginia?
Just dogs, bro. We just dogs. I mean, I say that's what we got. We just got that dog in us. Like, whether you from Portsmouth, Chesapeake, Norfolk, anywhere, like they all got that dog at different levels. I feel like we do a lot of the stuff like people don't want to do. We don't have a problem with it though, and we own it. We own that hood. We own that. Wherever we from, we own what we got and what we do.
No
And
doubt.
that's what I like.
No doubt.
The only thing positive I can say about VA is they're very competitive.
Yeah,
Very, very
that
competitive.
dog. That's what I'm saying.
Niggas not going for nothing. No matter what city you in, they ain't going for it. But niggas love to bet. Niggas love to talk they shit out here.
Money too.
So what's unique about the community leagues and like what y'all do kind of in specific?
What we do is different. Ain't nothing. It's very unique. Like you just said. For one, we got real life events and shit. Like we putting asses in seats. Most of these guys got these adult leagues, which is separate from what we do. Adult leagues, just anybody can sign up and go play on a random 5-on-5 team.
Okay.
We call them casuals.
Okay.
Casuals.
Okay. Didn't know that. That's
Okay.
that's not me.
Now in our league, it's not really a league. It's like a foundation and shit. So we can venture off and do whatever we feel like doing.
Okay.
Right now we just doing 1-on-1s and 2s-on-2s, 2-on-2 and 3-on-3s and all that shit. But it's more like I said, a gladiator event. You really got to be good. Come out here, because we're not putting together all this just for the shits and giggles.
Yeah. Is it tryouts?
Your trial is your resume.
Okay.
And then if we find you one day at an open run and you at a real legit open run, like some competitive shit, and you putting belt to ass doing what you're supposed to do, you'll get an opportunity. Sometimes we do have open runs and shit. It is depending on the day and who we invite and all that stuff. But if you come to an open run and you put on a show against these guys that we got on our roster, some of them play pro, went D1, D2, D3 overseas and all that shit, then you gonna impress us. We'll take anybody. Anybody can get an opportunity. You just gotta seize it.
I guess Larry, a question for you would be kind of piggybacking off of what Joe was kind of saying. What are the different, I guess give us the specifics of what different, I guess, events or offerings OTH does. Because I've come and I've seen a lot of different stuff. You know what I'm saying? Like I've seen one-on-ones. I've seen like community give back type, sessions.
Yeah.
Amazing. I've seen the 5-on-5s. I've seen just a lot of different things. So if you could at least give us like a clear kind of thought on what different things that you all do and what is like the pathway in saying like you're helping athletes and you got this thought for the future of kind of development and stuff, like what is that?
So I mean, like I said, everything's off the heezy. You know what I'm saying? Like we think of some things. We be on the phone. We literally just spill out and be like, you know what? We're gonna do it. Like it'll be like one day he'll call me or I'll call him and be like, yo, let's just do 21 or let's do like some random. Like it would just be like, that might not be a good idea, but let's do this.
Yeah.
And yeah, but I say it'd be flyers made, that people never see. We really just do what the people want. We listen to the people. What they want. If they want us to do fives again, we do fives. If we want to do ones again, if they want to see somebody play, we set it up type of thing. 2-on-2s, if they got a team and they want to play somebody, we set it up. So it's really just going off what the people want. Like the Sean thing, shout out to Sean again. The Sean thing was just something that I felt like I needed to do as somebody in the hoop community. I had a platform, and I feel like that was a way to give back because we were able to raise $1,000 plus for
That's
him
what's up.
and his family.
Yeah.
Um, it was
That was
just
real. That was a real
that was
situation,
real
man.
that was real fulfilling for me because that I think that is the definition of giving back because it's like basketball takes. Like
Yeah.
you give into this sport that you might not see any residuals from ever. You might get injured and never be able to play the game again. But this use basketball to give back to somebody that gave so much to the game and definitely deserve it. Um, and that's honestly what the future is holding for me because I just want to continue to do that, things like that. And I didn't make, like I said, I didn't make a dollar. Nobody involved with it made a dollar. It was all to them. So the fact that we could bring the community together to agree to like, oh, this is for him. This is not for any of us.
Yeah.
Nobody paid nothing. Nobody had to worry about nothing. Like it was just all community type of
Yeah.
thing. So going forward, I can't really tell you exactly what's going to happen in the future, but it's all going to be within that wheelhouse. And if you hear the people talking about it, we probably going to do it.
Okay. I mean, you got any thoughts though? Because I like when y'all speak about, in saying, knowing that there's options for athletes in different spaces and, places to go play ball, etc. It seems like y'all are talking like y'all got ideas of like, all right, we're gonna try and put people overseas or get them connected with different people, maybe agents. Like, I don't know. Is there anything in your mind that's kind of like, look, like,
So
yeah, we
we
around this kind of
we
thought?
try to get as much content out as possible. The goal is always to help the players, obviously. So whatever that film could be used for, they have full access to it. If they want a certain clip, they want this or that, it's all online. They can have it. They can show who they want. We always tag them. We collaborate. We make sure that they know it's them, not us doing the work. Um, but I mean, as far as like the other stuff, I mean, I don't even really know how to explain it. Yeah, I don't really know how to explain it.
Pretty much, Larry saying is we can get you to the door, but we cannot get you through the door. You feel me? We give y'all an opportunity to put on a show on our platform, and we're gonna post it wherever we can post it, send it to whoever. We're gonna get whoever we can to come look at you play, but you have to put on the show.
Lights get bright.
Yeah. We can't directly, put you on with a coach overseas or nothing like that, but we can give you exposure. And it's up to you to use that exposure and capitalize off it. We doing our part, and you just gotta do yours.
So, what do you think about the future, though, Crispy? Like, what's your kind of thoughts? You got any?
With Off-The-Heezy,
Yeah, for sure. And
um,
even with you though, because you know what, like I've seen, I appreciate you so much. That I seen you as a individual kind of branch out and kind of like
just do
it
everything.
seems like you've been like searching for where you about to really, shine in your capacity of whatever that is, or whatever room that is, whatever position. You know what I'm saying? Because there's music, there's all types of stuff going on. My man's doing basketball events. You know what I mean?
I can answer that both questions. Let me answer the second question first. So, running into people like, Phil, shout out to Good Society. He wanted somebody that inspired me to go try to do everything, cause he don't just make clothes and all that shit. And I used to be a musical artist, and I was one dimensional, just doing one shit. So I ran into a guy like him like 2 years ago, 2024, and it kind of helped open my eyes. So now I just want to do some of everything. I want to be in a box. My what I see with Off-The-Heezy in the future, I see us being one of the largest basketball platforms to ever grace this planet on Earth. Not only do we do basketball, we do all kinds of shit in one. We like a paint palette, whatever you call that shit.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, for sure.
We got colors for each day of the week. We just try shit. Sometimes it might not even be basketball. We might just got the cameras out just talking,
Yeah, for sure.
or we might just do a ball in the gym by itself. Who knows, man? It's just Off-The-Heezy. This shit really random as fuck. But we trying to put together real life shit though. It's stuff that makes sense to keep people attention, to keep people coming. All our events since what month is it? Since October, they've been getting bigger and bigger and bigger each one.
Mm-hmm.
Our first major event was like a surreal type moment where we came to each other in the middle of the court, bro, and we said the same thing at the same time. This shit is crazy. Now the shit regular now. We had the opportunity to go to the DMV area, North Carolina already, twice actually.
Yeah, so I think I did see that. What was y'all doing and how did that come together? What was that?
So we got basically invited by Get It Out the Net. That's their brand. Shout out to y'all. My boy Keith out in Raleigh. They got some players out there that's been on TNC, that's been tested, battle tested. Paso Wavy. They got Crime. They got a couple good, like they got a good little squad out there. Rob Cologne was at the last one. Everybody, he was just in the crowd chilling because I mean that's kind of, he's not from Raleigh, but you know they support each other out there. But we just went out there to hoop. We got invited to hoop, and he has connections out there. We just trying to branch out, so we were like, we'll take the drive as long as we for sure got a matchup. And the first time we went out there, put on the show, got the win. The second time we didn't get so lucky. Not gonna make excuses, but it's like we still perform. It was a good game. I ain't gonna complain. I already know they're gonna invite us back. So
How far
anytime,
was that?
it was about 3 hours.
Word.
Yeah,
That's what's
3 hours.
up, bro.
3 hours. Yeah.
That's what's up. Yeah. How many so it was multiple matches that day? It was like a full day of runs and shit. How many teams was this shit?
So we had Chase and Brad play their first ever 2v2 out there, versus two of his guys. And we won that. That was the first event. And then Randy played versus Crime. It didn't go so well, but it's still a game, And then the second time we went back out there, they played threes. It was my boy Matt Menza and Brad and Chase. So it was, if you could go watch the game, it's on YouTube. It was a good game the whole way. We just couldn't finish the game. That's really what it came down to. Like I said before, the lights get bright. We're not in our own hood no more. We gotta perform. But it was back to the drawing board. Everybody that went performed really well at the last event. They bounced back from that, and that's what my players are all about. They got the dog. Like I said, I'm gonna keep saying it, dog. They got resilience. No matter what they get thrown at them, they're gonna bounce back and they're gonna hoop regardless. So, we'll be back.
That's what's up. That's what's up, man. Any things coming up on the calendar in the future coming up that you want to throw out to the people? Y'all want to reveal, sneak peek, anything like that?
I ain't gonna give dates yet, but I'm gonna just say April. April spring break is gonna be some stuff coming to y'all for real.
Okay.
We got some. Just stay tuned to the Instagram. Everything, flyers coming out.
You gonna be outside?
Can it? Hey,
y'all know as it warms up, we about to crack up outside.
Can't get it sauce. Can't get the sauce out, but for sure, I will say this for the spring and summer, we do plan to go do some outside things. Get everybody outside again. Maybe go some different places that I'm not gonna disclose.
For sure.
And go pop up and play at certain people. Yeah. I got some ideas coming up in the future. So yeah, just stay tuned to the Instagram and everything. We're gonna drop all the dates, all the flyers, like everything like that. Where you need to be, just be there.
Yeah, let me know what we could collaborate on, man. Let's put something together, you know what I mean? Good Society, OTH, you know what I mean? Definitely put something in the atmosphere, yo.
We're going to Richmond. We're going to Richmond, bro.
Yeah, we're going to make that happen. I got to call tomorrow, so that's what's up. You know what I mean? But other than past that, though, you know what I'm saying? Out here, like, let's do something, you know what I'm saying? We'll figure something
out. Bro.
Definitely pull it together. We'll get you
caught up.
Yeah, we'll have a meeting right after this one. So yeah, man. Tell them where they can find you at. Tell them where they can tap in. Tell them the name of all the platforms between the Instagram, the YouTube, all that.
So Skeezy on everything. LSKIZIE. Off-The-Heezy Entertainment is my Instagram for the brand. My wife's page is Rouse DTF. She helps me with all the merch and stuff like that. So yeah, that's where you can find us at.
Shit, like you just said, Off-The-Heezy Entertainment on YouTube as well. Don't forget about that. Link is also in our Instagram, or his Instagram, Off-The-Heezy Instagram. My page though, it's interesting. I don't do music no more, but it's still We Love Crispy with a K. I'm just a chill guy. Any shout out to Phil, Brad P, Good Friend Society. Welcome to his home. Oh yeah, shout out Coop.
Yeah, shouts to Coop, man. The good brother Coop.
I'm gonna say something real quick about Coop. So Coop is another person that's been with me. He believed in the vision, and he's probably put about as much into it as I put into it from the jump. Like just meeting him, he's just from the jump. You need this, boom, it's done type
Yeah,
thing. So
yeah.
he's another one of my left hand guys. Like
Yeah.
he right here by my side through the whole thing.
Yeah.
You know, he's like a bigger brother to me too.
Yeah.
He'll call me and just be like, you know, yo, maybe we should not do this. Like you got to carry yourself a certain way now because people
Yeah.
looking at you like this.
Yeah.
So you know, just shout out to Coop, man,
Yeah,
and I
that's what's up.
appreciate you if you're watching
Man,
this.
shout Coop out. And the rest of the guys who help y'all and be kind of
Everybody,
on the
bro,
scene.
the whole community.
I know it's definitely a you know, a system. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
The people that kind of, even if they're loosely together, they're not as tight as you might want to have it to come to be. You know what I'm saying? Everybody kind of plays a part.
Oh,
and that's all a part of the process for real.
Yeah, shout out to Breakfast and Buckets too. He been making some good clips, man. He do our production now.
No doubt.
Martin, you doing your thing, bro. Keep doing it.
No doubt.
Pastor.
Yeah, shout out to Pastor.
Hampton Road Knights, man. My little youth team. I'm dipping my toes back into coaching, you know.
Okay. What
shout
age
out to
group
you.
is that?
I coach 16, 17.
Okay, yeah.
So,
They're adults, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, 16, 15, 16, 17. That's like
what's
my
up.
yeah.
That's what's up, bro. Okay, yeah. Make sure y'all tap in with that. Check for that. You taking new players here coming up for the, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Okay.
Hit me up. Hit me up for that.
Hit
hit
me up.
Yeah, DMing me, bro.
Get your kid on the team.
Yeah, hit me up. If you want your kid on the team, if you want to be on the team, if you want to play ones, just hit me up, man. DM me, we make it happen forever. But don't come correct. Like Crispy said, come correct. Have a resume. You know, you gotta have something to show for it. If you don't show up to the runs and I can't see you, you're not getting on the card. It's that simple.
All right. Well, y'all heard it here, man, live and direct. You know what I mean? I definitely appreciate these two good brothers coming out. I appreciate all y'all definitely doing for the community, the kind words, Crispy, you know what I'm saying? And we're just going to keep rolling, keep moving. I'm sure y'all going to have more success and more things coming up. You know what I mean? So make sure everybody y'all tap in with these two good brothers and the Off-The-Heezy platform, man. This kid Illfields, aka Brazzy P. CO Good Society Group, man. Another one, and we out.